Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Three Cat Kitchen. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a recipe from Wales, and that recipe is called Laverbread Cakes. What is lava? So lava is actually a type of seaweed that's found very commonly on the coast of Wales and in the Irish Sea and across the British Isles, but it's also related to the type of seaweed that's used to make nori, which are these sheets of seaweed pressed and dried that we use to wrap sushi in, things like maki rolls and things like that. It's a little bit different to the traditional recipe. I don't have access to any proper Welsh lava, so I'm making do with what I have. Now, what I have here is three different types of seaweed. Obviously we have our dried seaweed, our nori, but we also have hijiki seaweed from Japan, and we have fueru wakame seaweed from Japan as well. And those are commonly found in Asian food shops. You can buy them online, they're pretty cheap, but it is essentially just different types of dried seaweed that we're going to be using today. So what do we need for this recipe? Well, we need some oats, we need some dried seaweed, we need some eggs, and we need a little bit of fat to fry our Laverbread cakes in. I'm going to be using clarified butter. You could use bacon grease, you could use vegetable oil. It's really up to you how you want to do it. But essentially what we're hopefully going to end up with after today is some really nice looking kind of small oaty pancakes which have the flavour of the ocean and which are, in my opinion, absolutely delicious. So let's get started with the recipe. So what we need to do in order to make our lava cakes is that we need to basically grind all of our ingredients into various powders so that they combine nicely with the egg and can go in the frying pan and have a pleasant texture. Now you'll obviously see that our nori is in sheet form and the other seaweed that we have is kind of crunchy and thick. So we're going to need to blend that together with our whole pressed oats and then add that to the egg mixture. So yeah, all I'm going to be doing really is just ripping up our nori seaweed sheets and putting them in our container. And then we'll be adding the two different types of seaweed that we have here. Now obviously we've made a bit of a mess, so yeah, try not to do that, but all of that is good stuff and it's going to go in there, and now we'll be ready to blend. Okay guys, so as you can see, we've milled our seaweed into a very fine powder. It's looking really lovely, it smells like the ocean in here, and now essentially we're going to be ready to mix that with our eggs and then start to cook our pancakes. So the first thing that we need to do, guys, is whisk our three eggs together, just so that we can combine them, and then the next step will be to pour in our kind of ground mixture of various different types of seaweed and our oats. Now you'll see that it has got quite thick. It's a very, very thick paste. So what we're now going to do is add 150 milliliters of water to the mixture, and that will form it into a very nice kind of batter-like consistency that will easily pour out into the pan so that we can form our little cakes with them and fry them in clarified butter. Cool, on to the next step. So guys, as you can see, our butter has melted and we've poured our batter into the pan, into little circles. We're going to cook them for a couple of minutes on this side, and then we'll flip them over and cook them for a couple of minutes on the other side. So guys, as you can see, we've flipped over our pancakes and now we're going to cook them on the other side for a couple of minutes. I think I might turn them over again just to get some nice browning on this side as well. Okay, so we've cooked them for approximately 3-4 minutes now. They're now ready, so we'll go and plate them and then we'll do the taste test. Okay, so we're ready to do the taste test, and as you might be able to hear in the background, the cats are quite excited. They have in fact been attracted by the smell of frying lava cakes. Cats really like seaweed, or at least our cats really love seaweed, especially the sheets of nori that we use to wrap sushi in. I think they know what's good for them. Apparently seaweed in particular can stop parasites within cats, especially within the kind of intestinal area or stomach area. So that's something that maybe you can learn today. I certainly learned that a few weeks ago. So let's give our lava cakes a try. Now, I was doing a little bit of reading on the history of lava cakes, and it seems that they have been popular since around the 17th century. Now, I'm going to take a wild guess here and say that they are probably a lot older than that. Of course, oats have been around for 1,000 years, as have eggs and as have seaweed, and they were all fairly easily accessible by prehistoric people. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is probably a kind of recipe that people have been eating for thousands of years, at least in Wales or in the British Isles. So without further ado, let's give our lava cakes a taste. They're looking lovely and golden, lovely and soft, and they smell like the ocean, and I'm sure they taste delicious, so let's find out. Yeah, now, it's just crazy how 3 simple ingredients can go together so well. You've got the kind of nuttiness of the toasted oats coming through, obviously the egginess of the egg, but more importantly that wonderful umami and ocean flavour that you get from the seaweed. Now, they're really good on their own. You can spread butter on them, you can have them with fried eggs. They're particularly good actually with fried eggs. When I was in Wales, we did have them with some cockles and fried eggs as part of a Welsh breakfast, so that is also an option for you. But you know, I just advise you to play around and enjoy the flavour of your Laverbread cakes and see what you want to pair them with. Anyway, I think that's the end of the video for today. I hope that you guys give the recipe a try, and please give our video a like, a subscribe to our channel, or a comment. We really appreciate your support, and thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye. Well, I think that's definitely a mark of approval from all 3 of them there. See you later, guys.